Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. Again, continuing my reviews of some of the films my friend Mike, OCP, sent me. And next up is Pray for Death, which is a 1985 film starring Sho Kosugi. Now, I had seen a film that I'm going to review actually next after this called Revenge of the Ninja. That's one that I saw a long time ago. I'll talk about that in the next review, which you'll probably see in the same day as this. And that came out before this film. Now, Sho Kosugi, I've seen him in other stuff. I think he was in Enter the Ninja, which I did not see, to be honest. I did see the film he did with Van Damme called Black Eagle, and that was a piece of shit movie. That was a horrible film. He was in Enter the Ninja as the villain. Then he was in Revenge of the Ninja, which I really enjoy Revenge of the Ninja. The next time, you'll see it today, but the next review will be Revenge of the Ninja. I was going to review all of them, but I'm like, I got so many other films to get to that, maybe one day I'll review like Enter the Ninja, Ninja 3, or some, like a Sho Kosugi week or something. But today it's going to be Pray for Death, and then next one would be Revenge of the Ninja. And I really enjoy Revenge of the Ninja. That came out in 1983. Then after that, Ninja 3 The Domination, which I remember, other than a fun opening scene, I remember, like, I don't know. Nine Deaths of Ninja I heard bad things about, and around the same year he did this film, Pray for Death. Now after that he did a film called Rage of Honor, which I haven't seen. Black Eagle, which I thought was a piece of shit. I forgot he was the assassin in Blind Fury. I really enjoyed Blind Fury. Oh yeah, he was the villain in Ninja Assassin. And Ninja Assassin kind of grew on me. I don't mind Ninja Assassin, to be honest, when I watched it again. But yeah, from 1994 to 2002, I guess he didn't really do much, which is too bad. But anyway, getting to Sho Kosugi. Pray for Death, 1985. Directed by a guy named Gordon Hessler, who unfortunately passed away in January of this year, 2014, which that's too bad. Directed a lot of films, but they're films I don't really have much knowledge on. I mean, like going back to, Scream and Scream Again I've heard of. Murders in the Rue Morgue. Okay. Golden Voyage of Sinbad. Okay, I've heard of those. An episode Culture at the Night Stalker, the Spanish Moss Murders. I really liked that show. I did a review of that show. Kiss Meets the Phantom Park. I've heard of that movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Episodes of Chips. And then after this, he directed Rage of Honor with Sho Kosugi. And then he directed Out on Bail, which I heard decent things on. That's with, I forgot his name, the Exterminator, Robert Ginty. Now, I will say Pray for Death, I'll be honest, I thought this was okay at best. I definitely feel this was a step down from Revenge of the Ninja. Revenge of the Ninja came out before this. And Revenge of the Ninja, I really enjoy Revenge of the Ninja. That has an excellent soundtrack. It was, the action scenes. I think, Sam Firstenberg, who did American Ninja 1 and 2, he did a really good job with Revenge of the Ninja. I think it was him that did it, Sam Firstenberg. And I thought that was a really great movie. This, I feel, it came out after Revenge of the Ninja, but Pray for Death, I feel, was a step down. And I thought it was okay at best. Maybe because this director is, looking through his filmography, he didn't really make this kind of action movie that much. Rage of Honor I haven't seen, so I don't know how that is. Maybe it got better, maybe it got worse. I didn't hate the film. I thought it was okay. But it was nice to watch. My friend Mike, the copy he sent me was an MGM HD version, so it looked nice. And he actually put on the DVD he sent me uncut scenes, because I know there was stuff that was cut out of Pray for Death. But watching the uncut scenes, they really don't seem much of anything like I look at these, I go, why was this cut out? Like, all this could have been put back in. It would have been an R-rated film. And so it's not really much. I mean, at least to me. But it starts off with kind of a weird scene because, okay, here's Sho Kosugi in a ninja uniform and he's killing these ninjas. Okay, cool. I don't know what's going on, but okay, cool. He's killing these ninjas, throwing some stars into some people's faces. And then you find out that it's a show that the two kids are watching. And it's a show as like they go to their father and they're like, yeah, we're watching a show. We love the Black Ninja. So okay, you had some action, but it was kind of weird because it was like, okay, it's a movie within a movie, and I don't really none of it's real, but it's kind of like even faker than fake because it's like, oh, it's kind of like you're watching. I'm sure that was Sho Kosugi, but then it's not really him, but it is. I was just kind of weird that it was, you turn out to be a TV show. I mean, for a split second, I'm like, is their dad an actor? But no, that's not the case. As far as I know, no, that's not the case. So, pretty much, his wife wants to move to America, and they have a place there, have a new life, and start a business. And Sho Kosugi says, okay. And they have two boys, and the two boys are actually the sons of Sho Kosugi. And that is King Kosugi and Shane Kosugi. Now, King Kosugi was in Revenge of the Ninja. And he was actually also was in War with Jason Statham and Jet Li. And he went on to do a lot of stuff. He was also in Black Eagle. He was also in Jackie Chan's Who Am I guess. Godzilla Final Wars, which I don't remember who he was in that. Oh yeah, Ninja Shadow Over Tear. That's right, he was in Ninja Shadow Over Tear. I forgot. He was. That's right. King Kosugi was the guy that Scott Adkins fought at the very end of Ninja Shadow Over Tear. Because King Kosugi, you found out he was the actual bad guy. The real bad guy. And Ninja 2 Shadow Over Tear I really enjoy. I really enjoy that film. So, that's really cool. He went on to star in that. That was really cool, and he did a really good job in that film, Ninja 2. I know that's a film I want to review that sometime, but I want to review the first film, and I just have so many other movies, but again, one day, but I really enjoy that film, so that's cool. And then the younger kid, Shane Kosugi, which I don't know if he wanted to do anything. But anyway, the older son trains in karate. In fact, takes down this big bully. And pretty much once they find them going to move to America, Sho Kosugi goes to this sort of temple, sort of the shrine, and he has a flashback, and pretty much the flashback is his brother tried to steal some stuff. Sho Kosugi warned him, and his brother went after him, and Sho Kosugi, in a way, accidentally killed him, but also was in self-defense as well, because it was his brother who came after him, trying to kill him. So Sho Kosugi, it was self-defense, but it was kind of accidental as well, and he still has guilt for that, even though it wasn't his fault. And that was a little decent fight. And then this old man comes out attacking Sho Kosugi, and it's really his mentor, and he's pretty much telling him to let go of his guilt. So they move to America, and pretty much trouble starts because these two dirty cops, they have this necklace that they're supposed to put on this floorboard, but one of the dirty cops says, fuck it, takes the necklace for himself. And then you have this enforcer guy, played by James Booth, who works for this boss, like crime boss, and it's like, well, the necklace isn't there, so they think it's either the dirty cops, or they think it's the guy who lives there, and because he sold his business to Sho Kosugi, of course he's leaving, and stupidly they go, well, wait a minute, he's leaving. Suspicious. Even though they're pretty sure that's the dirty cops, but they still think, maybe it's this, this old guy. And the bad guy, James Booth, I really didn't care for this guy. I think he was one of the writers of... I think he was one of the writers of American Ninja 2, I believe. But he's mainly an actor. I mean, he was in Avenging Force. I think he also co-wrote that film. I knew I recognized him. He was in American Ninja 4. A piece of shit character as well. I didn't like him in American Ninja 4 either, and I didn't like him in this. I'm just not a big James Booth fan, I guess. Because I didn't like him in either film. Avenging Force, he was okay. He was the Admiral guy, but I didn't care for him in this film, and I didn't care for him in American Ninja 4. I mean, American Ninja 4 is a piece of shit. This is much better than American Ninja 4, but this film, I feel, is a step down from Revenge of the Ninja, because I thought, well, first off, the score is okay, but the score to Revenge of the Ninja is excellent. And also, even with the uncut stuff I saw, it still felt a bit tame to me. Like, Revenge of the Ninja starts out with a little boy getting a fucking star right in his head. Like, wow, this film's ballsy. This one, I didn't really feel any... And, some of the violence, like this guy getting his arm cut off and fucking other stuff. I mean, even the bad guy, he gets stabbed and pulls out blood. And right, that was cut out in the original viewing, but it got put back in the DVD, Region 1, which thankfully I have, thanks to my friend Mike, which I'll talk about next time. But still, I'm like, I'm like, whatever, sort of thing with this movie. That, like, it's... And the score was much better in that Revenge of the Ninja. And I mean, as its own, I thought the film was okay. I thought the action was okay. The story was okay. This guy wants his necklace back. That sounds weird when I said that. And pretty much, again, they think the old guy took it. And so, this is like one of the things that I saw the uncut scene that my friend Mike was nice enough to put on there. And really, the uncut is like, okay, here's the old guy, but you don't see him. Literally, this is what it would be me, and this is like something, and I'm pounding the guy on the back. Like, again and again. And that had to be cut out, I guess, because it was too violent. Even though you're not really seeing him hit the guy, you just see him, James Booth. I'm like, really? That got cut down? Just for that? Okay. Whatever. Well, it didn't really seem much. But they burn the guy. He's dead, so they burn him. These bullies pick on the two kids, and of course, Sho Kosugi looks out for his little brother, is beating up the bullies, but the younger kid gets kidnapped because they call Sho Kosugi and go, "We want the necklace back. If you do, you can have your kid back." Sho Kosugi goes there, they tie him up, and okay, cool, they try to hit him with this board, and it does nothing, so they open up his shirt, they cut him a bit. One thing leads to another, Sho Kosugi, like, hits a light, escapes, grabs his kid, escapes. But the villains are pretty stupid, because the next scene, the enforcer guy, our sort of big villain, he's telling his boss pretty much what he thought before all this happened, that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's those two dirty cops. I mean, this guy didn't do it because, he wouldn't get people getting their kids involved. And then the boss goes, well, you gotta kill him because he's a witness. I'm like, yeah, he's only a witness because you're a fucking moron. You stole the guy's kid and kidnapped him when you were pretty damn sure it was the dirty cops, and they're fucking dirty cops. Yeah, dirty cops have a code. Why the fuck didn't you just go after... I mean, I know it's pray for death. But I'm like, I thought that was kind of stupid. Yeah, like, come on. Now you gotta kill the witness. when there shouldn't have been a witness in the first place if you used your head and not the one between your legs. Although that one probably has more brain cells than your fucking head. But, so the bad guys hit Sho Kosugi's wife and youngest son with a car. They go in the hospital. Shows Sho Kosugi sneaks onto these docks and pretty much sneak attacks everyone. Okay, it's alright. He sneak attacks them. You know, pretty much knocks everyone out. Scares the enforcer guy, saying, "Stay away from my family." So the enforcer guy doesn't like that. I'm like, Sho Kosugi should have just killed him right then and there, but... So, of course, what is that next scene? The guy cuts himself, so he sneaks into the hospital. Kills the wife. Now, I saw the uncut scene, and pretty much what he did was he showed the girl's tits. You get the idea that he raped her. Then he stabs her a little bit, and... Or that he might, you know, and then he washes the blood off, which we see where it cuts to in the version that most people see. Yeah, I mean, didn't need it, but at the same time, it did, even in its uncut form, it cut away, and I'm glad it did. I didn't need to see a rape scene, but I'm just saying, even then, it's like, okay, he showed the girl's tits, and then he's about ready to, and then, you know, it's not graphic, and it didn't need to be graphic, but even the uncut form, I'm like, this, I've seen this a lot of times in a lot of R-rated action films, this kind of stuff, and look at Showdown Low Tokyo, where he's feeling her up and cuts her head off. I mean, that's a lot more vicious than anything in this movie, to be perfectly honest. And of course, Sho Kosugi gets his kid back and has a nice little bit of dialogue with his cop saying, you know, we came here, you know, don't give him away, policeman. And pretty much the finale's alright. It's not as good as Revenge of the Ninja, because the bad guy, I mean, the actor I didn't care for in Revenge of the Ninja, but I think there's a reason why they put a mask on him, is so that they could put someone in who could do flips and, you know, be a worthy foe for Sho Kosugi, so that's why they put a guy with a mask on. Because they knew the other guy couldn't do those moves, so that way they could just switch. But, I don't know, that one was just more epic fight. Here, it's... He gets to their place, cuts down some thugs. You see a little bit of blood on people's necks, or maybe an arrow through the neck. You know, throws one thing to a guy's chest, throws this kind of weird looking thing, I don't know what, at the boss, that sticks to the guy's neck and he's stuck to the door. It's kind of a weird looking thing. I don't know what it's called. Goes at the enforcer guy, I mean, and then does all this stuff, which... I don't know, it's like he jumps over the truck as it's coming after him, and he gets under the truck, and then he fucks up a couple more guys and follows the enforcer guy into this sort of mannequin place. And I don't buy this bad guy, enforcer guy. I'm like, why isn't Sho Kosugi just kill him already? It's like, you know, it's such a long extended fight, and I don't buy the bad guy. I really don't. I mean, other films, like, I buy Brian Thompson. Lance Henriksen is a good actor, but the fight scene is very short. You know, it's, you know, same with, like, Cliffhanger. With John Lithgow, the fight scene is very short. It doesn't go on for 10 minutes or such. It gets to a point I'm like, Sho Kosugi, why don't you just kill him already? You're a fucking ninja, and this is like a old-looking guy. It's like, come on now, I don't buy this guy beating Sho Kosugi. So I don't really buy him, and I didn't really care for the actor as well, and it was there. It stabs Sho Kosugi in the leg, and he's like, ah, and, then the guy comes out with a chainsaw, but it sounds cooler than the effect was. Beats the guy up, stabs him in place, and there's this big, you know, those things that they cut trees. One of those big saws. Traps him there and turns it on. And I'm like, oh, is there something more to this uncut scene? And no, it's not like you see the guy going to the saw blade. Nothing like that. Either version, it cuts away. And I saw the uncut stuff, but I'm like, there's like little teeny things, but it's not much ado about much ado about nothing, to be honest. At least in my opinion. And the uncut version isn't much. It just wasn't much to me. I'm like, what's so uncut about this? I didn't see it. I mean, I did see it, but I just didn't see the big deal with it. I mean, and it cuts away, and you hear the guy scream, and he's with his 2 kids at the graveside of his wife, and I didn't care for the song at the end as well. It's some woman singing, and I didn't give a fuck who the woman is, because I didn't really care for the song too much. So, I mean, I thought the film was okay. I like the outfit that Sho Kosugi wears with this helmet. That's what the Shredder should look like, is with that helmet, in my personal opinion. Like, Sho Kosugi as the Shredder. That made sense to me. Or Kane Kosugi as the Shredder. And have that same outfit. But hey, what do I know? I love the outfit that Sho Kosugi has at the end. And okay, you know, it's okay, but I just thought Revenge of the Ninja was better. And it's certainly better than Black Beetle, of course. And I haven't seen Enter the Ninja or Rage of Honor or whatever, but Pray for Death, I thought it was an okay film. At the end of the day, I just thought it was okay. I mean, that's the best that you're going to get out of me. I thought it was an okay film. I definitely think the next film on review, which came out before this, Revenge of the Ninja, is a lot better. I mean, it starts out with a band and has a great ninja fight, and yeah, I'd say this is better than Ninja 3. I mean, Ninja 3 is more crazy, but it's more laughable as well. Fucking Exorcist meets fucking a ninja movie and other shit. But that got like a Shout Factory release. Wow. But yeah, Pray for Death I thought was okay. It was an okay time waster movie for me. It was okay. But that's all I'll say about it. I mean, you want to hear my thoughts? Go back to the beginning of the review. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Later.